Good morning and welcome to the instructional video for this 2021 Eldest Majestic 135. So we'll have a walk around the outside of the vehicle first, then we'll move on inside. So starting from the offside, the driver's side, we've got the manually folding mirrors, which will electrically operate both top and bottom mirrors from the switches inside. We've got the standard alloy wheels. Behind the driver's door, we've got two outlets. So the first one being the external shower, and the shower hose comes with the vehicle. The one behind that being your filler point. So this is a lockable one. There's a key on the key that I'll show you on collection. That is filling up the fresh water. The drain for the fresh water is below that there. There's a blue valve and it's clearly marked with open and close on the top of it, and that is to drain your fresh water tank. Further behind that, we've got a toilet cassette. So you press the button, undo the lockable section here, and that is your toilet cassette. You lift it up and slide it out, just like so. You've got a handle, you've got wheels. On the top you've got a screw cap that allows you to empty it, and then you've got a round orange button, which is the vacuum button. So if you press that when you're emptying it, it will expel all the air, so it allows the flow of whatever's in the toilet to go out there nice and smooth. When you finish cleaning it, slide it back in and make sure that that little handle sits over them little notches just there. You can only pull that out once the toilet valve inside is closed, and I'll show you that later in the video. Close it back up just like that, and then lock it up using the key. Below that you'll see there's a grey valve. Again, clearly marked on the top. This is your wastewater, so anything that goes down the sink, the showers, that's what you'll need to empty when it starts filling up. So grey is grey water, blue is fresh water, and they are side by side just there on the driver's side. Towards the back of the vehicle, we've got a bike rack. So this is either for normal bikes, or you can buy the upgraded electrical kit. We've got a reversing camera, and we've got an opening hatch. The opening hatch will give you access into the area at the rear of the vehicle. There is a little stand that is located just here, which will hold it open for you when you're doing it. Release and close, and there's a key that locks that up as well. Onto the near side of passenger side, you'll find in the back compartment is where your leisure battery is housed, just there, and your mains plug-in point will go to the side of that. Now you can close this, there's a little cutout there both in the door and in the actual section, and then that will lock and close on your own side so no one can take the power off the vehicle. Please remember to remove that before driving off. Forward of that we've got the fridge vents. The van comes with a couple of fridge vents in this particular part exchange. We've got an awning light. We've got a Dometic awning. Now I'll send you a separate video of how awnings work. The Dometic is very similar to the Thule, so we'll be sending you that video there. Those with eagle eyes might notice above we've got a solar panel, and we've also got a Teleco TelePlus digital aerial. Below that we've got an external barbecue point. Now you will need a little adapter just to push into that, and the valve on the top will turn on and off the gas. The LPG gas can be found next to it. So again, pushing the buttons will open up the locker. There's a mains cable in there. Regulators there, and there'll be a pigtail connected to your gas bottles from that regulator. In front of that is your habitation door. You'll see there's a bin on there. There's also a fly screen and a little blind built in. And then you open and lock it using that little handle from inside. Opening it, just pull it there and open up. Diesel filler point is just here, and this is an AdBlue version. So you've got AdBlue there, diesel there. Diesel just opens with the normal engine key. Into here, on both the driver and the passenger, you've got heated seat switches. So unique to the Marquis product. So that's where they're found on both sides. Under this little panel, you'll find there's a little toolkit. Underneath this panel is where you will find your engine battery. So it's located underneath this panel, underneath the mat in the passenger side cab area. The cab area, we've got a glove box just there, passenger airbag, a cooled or heated glove box just in here. You've got bonnet release catch, which is just on there, electric windows, and we are fully fitted with the front Remis and side Remis cab blinds. The side ones just work like that, so nice and gentle. It's a bit like an S shape and just gently click in place. The front ones just pinch together and go in, and you'll see there's a little section there which will go around the reversing camera mirror and your van mirror. Onto the bonnet, you'll find the bonnet release catch is just in line with the Peugeot badge, just the silver little cap there. Under here you've got such items as your negative point. Positive point is underneath the cap, and you just use the key to flick that open. We've got oil and dipstick and screen wash to the left hand side. When closing it, just gently release the bonnet down. So that's the outside covered. Let's move on inside. So as you see, we're plugged into mains, and once we're plugged into mains, we want to come to the main control panel area just above the door. So this is located here. So you've got both the main control panel and the main heating and hot water controls. So first of all, we want to put power onto it, so we'll press that button. If we happen to have any lights left on from when we switched off last time, they will automatically come on. Otherwise, you'll press the light button, and that will turn on any lights that you've left on in that particular area when you've left the vehicle. The button to the side of that is your external awning light. We have water pump. Now when the pump's running, you'll see that the little light will come on here. Yeah. Don't let the pump run for very long without any water, if at all, in all honesty, guys. So if you've no water in, then don't put that pump on. So little recap, main power button to the 12 volt system, pump on, awning light on, interior lights on. You've got a level indicator to tell us what's in your leisure battery, and you've got an indicator to tell you what's in your freshwater tank. Yeah. We've got a light switch just there, which is your welcoming light, which does that big light just there. Yeah. Below that, we've got the whale system, so it's fitted with the heating system that does both the hot water and the heating. So the heating option, what we want to press is this button here, and you'll see across the top here now that the image will change. So we've gone from 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt, 3 kilowatt, gas only, mixture of gas and 2 kilowatt, and then off. So you decide which one you want. So on here we'll put it on 1. What you'll need to do then is set the temperature that you want it in the vehicle, and you do this by moving the up and down arrows here to set the temperature. So that's the heating, as simple as that. Yeah. So remember, if you want it off, keep it going until you don't see any symbols. The next symbol is 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt, 3 kilowatt, gas, mixture of gas and electric, and off. Okay. The heater being the same, so you've got gas, this is for the water heater, gas and electric on 1 kilowatt, gas and electric on 2 kilowatt, off. Frost protection will drain it if it starts getting frosty. 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt, 3 kilowatt, mixture of gas and 1 kilowatt, mixture of gas and 2 kilowatt, and off. So really, really simple on the workings of the whale system, both for the hot water and for the heating. Yeah, a couple of things on this whale heater that you'll need to remember. So one of them is the drain point. This can be located underneath the seat here, and I'll move the cushions and show you where that is. So with the cushions removed, it'll make it easier for me to explain. So lift up the panels, and what you can do here is you'll see that there's a little safety hatch here. You can hook that in there, and that will go out the way. These front areas here will also go down, and you'll see there's a little spring fitting in each end of it there. So if you press both in, it will go flat just like this and sit in flush then if you're wanting to store anything in here. You've got a couple of lashing down points just in here, and what I want to show you is just this valve here. So this valve here is your drain valve for your boiler, yeah, and if you turn it around just on the top, it will drain. Turn it back, it will fill up. There is a reminder just on here to tell you what it is, and if you closely look at the top, it will tell you where it is for filling up and where it is for draining. So you just see there. Yep, so follow that. You've also got an isolation valve for the gas there, and that is for the hot water boiler. Yep, so that's located just in that back corner there. Yep, so just remembering, if you drain the water, you need to make sure you close it using that yellow valve there. Yep. On this side, we've simply got storage, and again, this will come down in the same way. What you can also do, if you don't want to lift it up, you can press the buttons on this front area here, and that will give you access to the storage in that area. To make up the bed, you'll need to slide these panels out to meet in the middle. So I'll do this in a few steps. Step one is draw the two seat sections together. Step two would be turning round the seat cushion. So generally this is at the front. I would put that to the edge because it is a raised sort of lumbar support on your legs, and it will make this bed make up flatter for you. Alternatively, you could put a mattress topper on top of that as well to aid with the comfort of that rear area. And then we've got the backrests that go in the middle position there, formulating your bed. So that's how that rear bed makes up. And then we're made back up for your daytime use. The fly screens simply pull down and the blinds go above it, just like so. Opening of the windows, you just lift up the window stays in all the positions just there, and then you will tighten on both sides that little wheel, and there's one on either side, that will hold the window open for you. Yeah, so release it, pull it tight, pull it tight, pull it tight, and then you're there. The light switches will turn on and off just with a little rocker switch there. The handles just push down. A little handle which will move the mechanism there will give you access to the above areas. Be cautious when opening these two at the same time because they will foul and catch, but each one just press in the middle, open up, and that will give you your storage around the rear of the vehicle. We've also had fitted a TV bracket here, and at the side we've got a twin main socket, a 12 volt and an aerial socket for you, just there. Forward of that we've got the wardrobe. In here you'll find the aerial, that's the booster box to turn on and off, and the Truma regulator for the solar panel that's fitted. Just there, little hanging rail there for you. Microwave, mains operated, so will not work unless you're hooked up to mains. We've got the 3 gas, 1, 2, 3, and the electric induction hob just there. The electric one being this one here, you'll see it lights up and it will only shut that when that goes off. And again with the gas, just heed the notice on there, let it cool down and then it will just enable you to close that without it shattering. The tap, so once you've filled up your fresh water and you've shut your drain valve on your boiler at the back, you want to turn your tap to hot, which is clearly marked on here. Want to lift up here, and then we've got our little draining board there. Turn your tap, lift it up, so from that position to up there with your pump on, and then start the water flowing through the vehicle. It will fill up that boiler first. Don't be frightened if you see spitting and spurting of water coming out. Run it until you've got a steady stream, both on here and in the bathroom. Once you've done that, then close that, go to the control panel and select what you want your water heater on. When you're finished and you're moving away, we would advise you to drop the water out of your vehicle so you're not carrying that additional weight. Run your pump for a bit, open your taps and drain your water system down. Yeah, when you've finished, just pop your chopping board or your draining board just back in there and close your lid. To the side of that, we've got another light switch for the kitchen area, a couple of extra or standard main sockets and a twin USB socket just there as well. So below that, the push buttons will give us access to your storage area. So make sure that these are pushed in before travelling off. So storage areas are all locked in place. Lower down than the oven and the grill. So this is pretty standard. Grill to there, make sure that the actual door's open. Oven to that way, and then you can regulate temperature. And there's a igniter there which will do both the oven, the grill and the gas hobs above. Below that we've got another drawer for storage, and then below that we've got your isolation valves, so just there. So they're for the rest of the gas appliances. Currently they're all in the usable position, so just make sure you leave them unless you're told to operate them via someone that is gas trained or gas safe. Another storage area here will give you access to your main RCD box. So this is the main workings of the vehicle. One thing that will come apparent is this test button here. So if you're hooked up to mains and press that button, that single one should flick down. That is your test button to make sure that you're getting power to the vehicle. Yeah, we have got it all nicely labelled. Charger, fridge, water heater, water boiler, sockets. Yeah, below that we've got your fuses, again all nicely linked and listed for you just there. And if applicable, below that we've got the tank heater option, switch to turn it on and off for the water tank heater. Not always an option as standard, so just check with your individual dealer whether they fit that as standard, especially with a lot of the Eldises coming as dealer specials. Above that we've got the three-way manually selecting fridge. So starting from the top is off, so the dot is off. The next one along is mains, and you'll see that the light will go on. The second one down is battery. This will only work when your engine is running. Will not work when the engine's off and you are stationary. Yeah. Next one along is gas. Now to work the gas, what you will need to do is turn it to the bottom one. Come to here, pressing that one and then pressing that one together, your igniter, and what you'll see is you should hear clicking, which you can hear if I'm quiet. And then what will happen is once the gas is on, this little orange line will move over to the green. As soon as it starts moving, just release your hands off them two, and if it stays in the green, it's lit on gas. If it doesn't, just check that your gas supply is coming through. And I always will tell you to pull the gas through on the hobs first and then come to the actual fridge. To regulate the temperature, you'll turn the dial from the sort of the warmer setting to the colder setting just there. Yeah. Inside here we've got a little ice box and a little freezer compartment just there. Little lock to lock it in place just on the top there so that it doesn't open when you're traveling. On the roof, we've got fly screens and blinds, and these are the Heckies, so we'll push that down and that will lift up just like so. Push it back and it will lock in place just like that. The middle one is a turbo vent, so you will want to turn the little dial which will open up the vent, and you want to turn it on, and using the directions you'll either want to bring it into the vehicle or out of the vehicle, and that will change the direction of the fan just as you see there. Turn it off, press the button in the middle again, and then please make sure that you do close all the roof vents before your onward journeys. Heckie works the same as the one that I've shown you there, and then we've got an opening one here which you'll just wind using the handle, which also has a blind and a fly screen on. So all the cab and roof area can be screened off in an evening, quite simply. Bathroom area, we've got your tap down here. Again, that's the one that you'll run the water through, and we've got your shower just there. When you're showering, you can move the little carpet that's just there. We've got a screen that comes around to protect the cabinetry. In here is a little cabin where you can put all your toilet essentials. Again, making sure that we just press that in to close it there. A couple of towel or coat hooks there. We've got your toilet roll holder there, and then we've got your toilet. So right at the beginning of the vehicle, I mentioned about your blade valve being closed. That's the black valve in the toilet there, and to operate it is the little grey lever there at the side. So forward of the vehicle is when it will be closed, and it will allow you to move it. If I just do it like this, pull that handle forward to the front there, and that will allow you to use the toilet. To flush the toilet, you'll use the little blue button there, and when the toilet is full, the little indicator at the top left will go red. That will tell you that your toilet's full, and you'll need to empty it. And again, to empty it, just to recap, you'll need to close that little valve just there. Toilet seat does spin around as well, so you can move it into a more comfortable position should you wish. So that's the bathroom area. So the front area does come with 2 seat belts. Under here is where you will find your water pump filters. Underneath there, there is another section at the front here, which will pull out to give you the option of using the third berth. So you'll slide that out just there. You'll remove the circular table just there. We've also got another table for the rear, which is housed there, and will clip just onto the rail just at the back. So once you've removed that, which I'll do now, I'll show you the next part. So once we've moved it out of the way, you'll see that there is a cushion that comes with the vehicle itself. You'll need to put that just in this gap here, and you'll need to do that by sliding the chair back as far back as you can go and sliding it in place. Now it comes with a mattress topper. It's really only designed for children. So you'd move that back panel there, and then your mattress topper will go there for that occasional child use. Once set back up, we've got another light here that turns on and off again with the rocker switch. More storage above in this area here and in here. And then kitchen area. These just open underneath. We've got your power point for your microwave, plate holders, cup holders. Vehicle does come with a full instructional pack just there. There's a holder for your winding handle just here. Adjusters for the seat belts, just lift up and down. We've got storage just in here and in here. There's a fire extinguisher. The seats swivel and move forward, so I mentioned moving forward. So lift up the handle, we'll move it forward and backwards. You've got the adjusters for the seat base, the lumbar support just there. In the cab area itself, you've got fully fitted in here with 6-speed gearbox, automatic climate control, the Peugeot radio media navigation system, drinks holders, lock hazard buttons, charger points for jack points and USB, coin holder. We've got multifunctional steering wheel. We've got indicators and lights at the top. We've got cruise control and speed limiter at the bottom. We've got light, electric window switches for both, and I mentioned the mirror switches, that's the circular one there. On the end of here, we've got your windscreen wipers, and we've got a trip counter for you. Yeah, leather steering wheel is also standard, and then we've got the little phone or tablet holder just there, which just pull down the lever, opens it up, push them in, and then with your other hand lock it in place and then just firmly push. And then we've got the reversing camera and the door opening lights just in there. So to travel onwards, you'll just click it in place and click it in place, and to remove them you just pull that little lever to the inside, and that will allow you then to swivel the seats round. On leaving the vehicle, simply unplug, turn off your gas and turn off your main power. So that is in the instructional video for this Eldis Majestic 135 2021 edition. Hope you find my video useful. Look back to your feedbacks and comments. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, but most importantly, please enjoy your new adventures. Thank you.